Hello, this is Mr. Miller. This lesson is going to go over exponential functions, these practice problems that you had on the back of your notes. Hopefully you try these on your own. If you got stuck, this is the perfect place to be. Let's work these out. Taking a look at number 1, we've got this function f of x equals 3x squared plus 2x minus 4. And you're asked, well, what's f of negative 3 equal? So the first step, just like any equation, is you want to substitute that value. So what does f of negative 3 equal? Well, if you remember, this x matches up with the negative 3. That means our input is negative 3. Any place you see an x, let's substitute in negative 3. Make sure we're using our parentheses. So 3 times negative 3 squared plus 2 times negative 3 minus 4. So this is what your function should look like after you've substituted those values in. Next step, let's try simplifying some of these values. Order of operations, parentheses, can't do anything inside. We have exponents. Let's take care of those exponents. This squared right here applies to everything inside the parentheses. So negative 3 times negative 3, which equals positive 9. Okay. 2 times negative 3 equals negative 6, so plus negative 6. And then minus 4 at the end. Alright, just a couple more steps. 3 times 9 gives you 27. Plus negative 6 minus 4. F of negative 3 equals, okay, 27 plus negative 6 gives you 21 minus 4. And your last step, f of negative 3 equals 17. This is your final answer. F of negative 3 equals 17. Solve it just like an equation. The thing that's nice about this, it tells you what your input was, negative 3. It tells you what your output is, 17. You could make a coordinate pair to represent this solution. If your input or your x value was negative 3, your output was 17. So your coordinate pair for that one solution, negative 3 comma 17. I suggest you try to do number 2 on your own. Keep watching for the solution. So again, we've got this function, f of x equals 2x cubed minus 4x plus 3. I want to know f of 2, what does that equal? So first step, let's do that substitution. Everywhere you see an x, you're going to substitute in the value of 2. So 2 times 2 cubed minus 4 times 2 plus 3. Alright, next step, let's simplify some of these exponents you want to do before you do any multiplication. So let's keep that 2 out front. What is 2 cubed? 2 times 2 times 2. So the first 2 times 2 gives you 4. 4 times 2 again equals 8. Negative 4 times 2 gives you that negative 8. And then plus 3 on the end. Next step to simplifying. F of 2 equals, well, what's 2 times 8? Equals 16. Minus 8 plus 3. All we've got now is addition and subtraction. From there, work your way left to right. So 16 minus 8 gives you 8. You still got that plus 3. And your final answer, f of 2 equals 11. So once again, that is your final solution, f of 2 equals 11. If you wanted to write the coordinate pair to represent that solution, your x value input was 2, your output or your y value was 11. So the solution pair for that, 2, 11. Number 3, you got two different functions to solve. One, when you set x equal to 0. Another one, where you set x equal to -1. So number 3, you've got two problems to complete. Once again, try solving this one on your own before you watch the solution part. So we got this first function, f of 0 equals -2 times 0 squared minus 3 times 0 plus 6. So f of 0 equals, let's do the exponent first, so -2. 0 squared, well, what's 0 times 0? Still 0. Minus, what's 3 times 0? 0. And then keep that plus 6 on the end. Alright, -2 times 0 gives you 0. Minus 0 plus 6. So 0 minus 0 is just 0. Plus 6, you get your solution of 6. Again, if you want to write that solution as a coordinate pair, your input was 0, your output was 6. That's your x, y coordinate. Alright, our second function we want to evaluate is f of -1. We're using this same function, but we're just evaluating it for a different input. So substitute those values, -2 times -1 squared minus 3 times -1 plus 6. Alright, so f of -1 equals, let's keep that -2 out front, -1 squared. Notice the negative is attached to the 1 by the parentheses, so -1 times -1 equals a +1. And then right here, -3 times -1 is going to equal +3 or +3. A negative times a negative equals a positive, and then keep that plus 6 on the end. Continue simplifying until we get that last number. -2 times 1 is -2 plus 3 plus 6. We're close. F of -1 equals -2 plus 3 equals 1 plus 7. You should be able to do this mentally in your head pretty easily. 1 plus 7. Oh, whoa, that's my mistake. -2 plus 3 equals 1. Carry down that 6. 1 plus 6 equals 7. Last thing we might want to do, represent that solution as a coordinate pair. -1, 7 is your solution. Alright, so we have solved a few of these exponential functions. 1, 2, and 3. We've solved 4 total so far. Moving on to number 4. Using your solutions to number 3. So this last problem we did, we've got two solutions here. One when f equals 0, one when x equals -1. We want to find the slope between those 2 points. So if you don't remember the slope formula. Let me write that in for you. The slope formula is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So let me make this a little bit bigger for you. That is your slope formula. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Let's copy over our two solutions. So one solution was 0, 6. Our other solution was negative 1, 7. It doesn't matter which point you call your first, which point you call your second, but keep it consistent. If that's your x1 value, this should be your y1, which would make this your x2 and your y2. So when you substitute those values in, y2 minus y1 is 7 minus 6. Then x2 minus x1, negative 1 minus 0. I'll let you do this work on your own. You could pause this, do the work. I'm going to put the solution up in about 3 seconds. Your final slope that you come up with should be negative 1. If you did your math correctly, negative 1 should be your slope, and we've completed our 4 practice problems. Let me know once you finish. Let me know if you have any questions. From here on out, let's get a little more practice, get you comfortable with function notation, and enjoy the rest of your day.